Went and got the house in Fleming Island. And the hell did I say? Got the house in Fleming Island. And right before my dad calls and runs this script about how his leg is fucked up and nobody's coming to get him out the hospital, she tells me, Bo, there's a test that's coming. Make sure you make the right decision. What, bitch? It's that weirdo shit that I'm motherfucking talking about. It's not weirdo shit. She just ain't saying what you know what I mean? Motherfuckers speaking in code. That's another sign. When they say whole ass shit, that whole ass shit, they're playing with you, toying with you. Some of these motherfuckers, real spit, they think they're witches and warlocks and shit. So they'll be speaking and they'll be trying to set some intention for something or bedad you a little sprinkle right in front of you. And we write it off as, huh? Hey man, just talk straight to me. You know what I'm saying? You think that, you're like, just talk straight to me, man. They're like on another level. So she say that fuck shit. All of a sudden, my dad needed to come up to Minnesota. She's been, and there's another clue come out. She kept bringing Minnesota up before my dad even called and asked. And this is around the time when the riots was popping off. The George Floyd riots. That's what they call them, the George Floyd riots. Like niggas is rioting just for George Floyd. You know, we know these motherfuckers is playing games with our intelligence. But you know what I'm saying? The home front, hometown was being tore up. And I'm all the way in Florida, and that's my hometown, so of course I feel something about it. But she keeps bringing it up. Like checking my temperature to see if I'm thinking about Minnesota, if I'm feeling about like going back for anything, to check up, to see, to help, or anything. She didn't want me to go back. That was her thing. Don't go, don't go, don't go. I ain't even thinking about going to Minnesota, bitch. I mean, that's the home front, but I got my own battle going on right here. I finally just got back into a crib and being stable. And now what? I'm just supposed to leave Florida, go all the way back home just to jump into the street to what? Fight? Protest? I mean, I think there was plenty enough niggas there. They didn't need me. So I wasn't thinking until my dad gone. So my dad is trying to pull me up there. She is trying to keep me down there. And what I'm concluding to is that they were both on the fuck shit, but she was trying to bust a move. Instead of just the stang that my family wanted to do to me, you know, have me set up so, I get murdered, collect the insurance money. They were already, had the plan on raping my bank account, and they did, and get my house. That was the lick. And I think that she decided, like, most motherfuckers do, because, there's no honor amongst thieves. Why split him with them when I can get everything? And that's what she tried to do. As I'm gonna go back to and you know begin again with me buying the house in Fleming Island and then leaving. You know, but I'm gonna keep with the energy while it's here. I know. I feel like that was her plan because in order for them to try and do what they were trying to do, I needed to come back to Minnesota. But and she would have got whatever she got, you know, after it was divvied up. So she probably thought like, hold on, there's a whole lot of hands in this plot. And yeah, you know, his death is gonna equal, you know, a few hundred bands. But what's a few hundred bands split amongst a few people? And you know that money's gonna run out real quick. So I think she decided to make a change of plans. And then when I left, and when I was going back around my family again, she knew that she was, you know, fuck. I want them all for myself. I want to do it down here so I can get everything. So she staged this. See, I knew it. Now you're gonna be with your and you're gonna want to move and you're gonna find it. And she went all. It's all game, all game. So she's playing the. You're leaving me, and now I'm gonna act out and be jealous and discombobulated and. Whoa. All right, bitch. You know, finish. You know, going through that, and then I'll come back. Well, then money started leaving my bank account, getting transferred. Bank accounts were being shut down. Accounts I was being shut out of. The cameras inside my motherfucking home, I could see it on my phone. I could watch my crib from Minnesota. I saw her son taking down my cameras, so I couldn't see. And the whole time she's still calling, and you know, I could see that, okay, there's a game being played here. She's playing victim of something when there was nothing for you to be a victim of. And at the same time, gauging me, is he coming back? When is he going to come back? So I played it like, yeah, bitch, I'll be back on Monday. And this was like, you know, Wednesday or something. I think it was closer, like Friday. So I just met one of my relatives that, you know, I come to find out she's a co-driver. She's a piece of shit bitch, but she's a co-driver. She tried to set me up too. They all tried their shot. That's what I'm saying. You'll see it. I'm gonna keep. That's why it's taking so long because I have to show how everybody is involved. Everybody's on the same shit. Every house that I went to, everybody I talked to, they were plotting, planning, sneaking, creeping. She tried it too. I'll get to that when she tried to pretend like some motherfuckers was kidnapping her, and then cousin Trey would come in and save the day, and then the motherfuckers, you know, behind the alleyway would come out and bing club me over the head and do what they. It was a setup. She tried to set me up too, bitch. Um, but before that, I was like, cuz I know you know how to drive. I seen you. See, I got the bag. I always got the bag. So everybody likes me until my bag is gone. And then they want to kill me. Motherfuckers. So I'm like, bitch, no, sorry. That's what I was like after I found out she was trying to set me up. I was like, Cuzzo, wanna make some money? I gotta get to Florida as fast as I can. I'll drive and then you drive, and we can just kind of switch off, and that way we can all keep the car moving and I can get down there as fast as possible. She's like, okay, so just on GP because I'm taking her out of her space, her time, whatever. I gave her 400. When we got back, I gave her another 400. You know, but she's like, yeah, all right, we ride, and she can smash. I didn't even drive, not down there on the way back, but on the way down there, she was, and she's one of them motherfuckers that could do 100 miles an hour on a motherfucker's bumper and not crash. Thank God. So I got down there in record time. And I got back to the house like at the right time. So I pulled in. All right, the car's gone. I had the other car because I drove to Minnesota. She had the other car. I had one. 2 cars, 1 house. So I'm like, all right, she's gone. Let me do a little recon. Walk around my house, camera down, just how I saw the nigga with his face, and my motherfucking camera's pulling. You pulling down cameras in my motherfucking house? I definitely knew something was fucked up going on. But so when I come in and I'm looking around, I see no cameras. And I go to my closet. And of course, I'm not supposed to have them, but shit, nigga, it's Florida. And it's COVID. And motherfuckers is going wacko. So I bought a couple things. When I go in there, they're missing. She took them. Took my ammo, took my guns. You are on something. You are on something. So, of course, with my guns on, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if niggas got my shit and they're out and back and they're just waiting. I don't know. So I grab a few things. And I go to where I know I got me another pistol. I grab that. My ego would have had me stay. And as soon as she came in, regulate. I don't know what's waiting. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me fall back. And you know, I'll try to figure this out as I go along of rebuilding, because I knew after that, bitch, no, hell no, ain't no, there's no us, no nothing. Of course I'm finna start over, and I'm gonna double back and get my shit, fuck you up, and keep on keeping on. But okay, let me work this in another direction, and come back for the ass whooping later, because right now that's when I just started to find out about what was going on with my family. Everybody that's coming up dead and nobody saying it, and it's just suspicious. And also now I'm recognizing, hold on, man, that lawsuit, nothing went through, no, nothing. Who did what? My sister stopped the lawsuit? Wait, I'm just now learning this shit. And you know what I'm saying? So I got all that in my head. This bitch is Breaking Bad, fucking with my shit. So I'm fucked up. So I'm like, okay, I can't deal with this right now. She's going to try and trick me off in Florida. And I have to be slick enough to know that that's the plot. So I don't have time to plot and plot back. So I have to fall back and let that be that until I'm ready to deal with it. Get back to Minnesota and figure out. And it's like some nightmarish fairy tale dream world shit to even he looking at information about my family, and it just murdered, 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 uh, 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 accidental death. You know, we think they. Oh no, there ain't no think. Tell me what really fucking happened. So I know there's some shit going on with my family up here, nigga. Motherfuckers is dropping like flies again. I'm pushing past the part where I know they don't fuck with me, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is the type of shit, nigga, that brings family together, nigga. So I'm trying to get on point with my fan. Bitch, you done already showed me who you are, so you're not even a factor to have to even include in my decision making no more. You just X yourself out. So when I'm leaving, we're pulling off, about to get back on the highway. Go right back. I can smell that. Something, man, let me go. I don't know shit about Florida. Don't nobody know me here. And my fam don't really fuck with me, niggas. Or if something happens to me here, nigga, it doesn't matter if something happens to me in Minnesota. I'm still on my own. But, I'm just saying. I don't know. But, and when we got on the highway, she text messages me out of nowhere. Oh, you smart. You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't just my chick, and we ain't been struggling the last few years and had our ups and downs, and you know what I'm saying, and fed each other, and you was sick, bitch, and I took care of your motherfucking ass, and you were sicker than a dog for months. I had no clue. I ain't even know. That was probably God. He hit your ass with that illness for the shit that he knew you were plotting and planning on me. But I'm so lost in the sauce about wicked motherfuckers and how far they really go that I was still there and kicking it and everything else. Talking about you smart, aka oh you got away. So I'm pretty sure she gave my guns to her son and her brother. Them is the only two people I could have seen that she was gonna have try something. And these motherfuckers, this is the thing, they're so fucked up. This is they're broke, busted, disgusted, can't be trusted, and they can't do shit. But they'll fuck with you long enough until you got some shit so they can grab your shit. And they use your shit to steal your shit. And it's like they go deep with the disrespect. And I'm still talking about the Masons. Yes, yep, I'm still talking about the Masons. Yes. And I know she was a plant. She was a plant. She tried to bust a move on me so she could get it all and cut my family out. But I didn't fall for her. I even came back fast enough to grab some shit and dip the fuck back out. My family wanted me back in Minnesota so they could do what they wanted to do to me. And they were probably planning on cutting her out too. So I had a whole bunch of evil motherfuckers plotting on me, and they're fighting each other over who was going to fuck me over. Oh, and to jump back to Vegas real quick, this is more. I'ma just add as I go when I go back and forth. Okay, so I told you how the police had me fucked up, and you know what I'm saying. Out of nowhere, they targeted me, tossed my motherfucking car. Woo 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 woo. At the same motherfucking time, the guy I went out there to work his office with, I'm making him money. I'm making money. There's no problems. He lead the kids, I watch the kids, and I'm working on credit. They all at the same time. And him and his chick, I know they're off and doing what they do. I mean, hey, it's lovely being the boss. I can't wait until I get back to my boss status. For now, I play my role. I work your office, watch the kids. You can go with the wife and smash in the afternoon. Cool. But then all of a sudden, he pops up one day talking about um, he doesn't feel comfortable with me being in the casita, which is a small little house outside of your big main house that is, like where you put the mother-in-law and shit when they come. So his dad and his mom come from out of town, and he said that his dad doesn't feel safe with me being there with, his wife and the kids. And they're inside the big house, locked doors, all that shit, and you ain't never had no problem with leaving your kids with me before. Like, you leave your kids with me all the time, nigga. You just smash out, like, nigga, I'm leaving your kids. I'll be like, nigga, you're a kid, and you, like, nigga, you just leave them. And I'm credit Daddy Trey for today. Okay, ain't no problem. Trey little kids. Trey little kids. And he has some good kids. Well mannered. Watch cartoons. It's just how I like it. Yeah, stay in front of the TV chilling. Thank you. But now all of a sudden, your dad says that he has a problem with me being in the casita while his wife and the kids are inside. And you tell me I got a just blatant, bold disrespect. Bro, man, my dad don't feel safe as you. Sorry, man, but you gotta go. Just like that. Just like that. Like, shit was all good just a week ago, and a total flip. And it was all around the same time. Like, perfect timing. Here goes the push. So my home gets snatched out from me. The police are now on me, and they're telling me I gotta register and shit. And I'm pretty sure the shit went the way that they planned it to go. Because, or maybe it didn't. Maybe they wanted to do what they wanted to do to me in Vegas, and they couldn't do it until after I registered. I got that feeling too. Or they got, or they completed whatever their little mission was, which was to drive me up out of Vegas, and they knew that I would dip. So I know motherfuckers got to him too, and he blamed it on his dad. Me and his dad never even talked one time. So hindsight's 2020. I just wanted to throw that back in there. Like, wherever I go, when I get established, somebody talks to somebody that has somebody looking at me like, hey man, you know, you was cool yesterday, but you know, we're not digging you today. Can you please leave? Blatant, bold. The last job that I just got in there, no problem, working, and I know how to work. And when I got to, I can shine. Going overboard because not only do I appreciate the gig because I needed it, but at the same time I need to be able to bust moves when I need to do it, so I don't need nobody watching me. So I always do a great job whenever I have to take on a job, which is usually rare, but when I do, it's for a few months. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about generally throughout my life, and I always do a great job. So they're like, man, he's good. Leave him alone. Let him do what he do. He just listen to his music and he be working. I be thinking. Calls, emails, working on my shit as I do my job. And I need my phone. In places where other motherfuckers can't have their phone, I be having my phone. I got shit to do. So I do a good job on my job so they don't fuck with me with my extracurricular. So I don't even know why I said that shit. No. Yeah, I get the gig, and everything's everything. I mean, they loving me. I crack the jokes. I do the extra work. I really ain't got nowhere to go. They don't know that I'm homeless. I didn't tell them that. So I'll stay extra, show up early, all that good shit. Like, what else am I doing? I'm in my car, living. So they shouldn't have no reason to fire me or get rid of me. But I see the game. So everything's everything. I'm good. They pay me the first check. The second check, all of a sudden there's a problem. Can't find it. They don't know where. Well, I'm broke. I didn't anticipate y'all losing my check. So that first check, pew, all that money gone. You know, insurance, gas, tune ups, all that good shit had to be done. That money gone.